In today's animation video, something is different. Something is not quite right. There's a quiz. Did you study? Neither did I. I streamed this live on YouTube, and there's a quiz. The whole thing is interactive, guys. I'm trying to do stuff that's different, so please press the like button and also subscribe and watch the next one. All right, guys, are you ready? I'm gonna be quizzing you. Let's do this.
I was walking to the kitchen at 2 a.m. to get a glass of water
at 3 a.m.
when I heard my brother and stepmom whispering.
Okay, brother and stepmom, that's not good. This is the beginning to a corn video, it sounds like.
Did you remember to leave the letter? Yup, they'll never know what hit them. Let's go. Grab the car keys.
So far, we got some shady shit going on. Not a fan.
They went inside the house to get more stuff. I sneaked into the garage, quietly opened the trunk to see what's in there. Okay. When suddenly, I heard them coming back. And without thinking, I jumped in the trunk of the car.
What? That just seems stupid and like it doesn't make any sense. Why would you not just say like, hey, what are you guys doing? Where are you guys going at night? Isn't she their daughter or something?
But then I could hear them getting into this car and starting the engine.
What?
I started yelling as loud as I could. Just as I was about to take a deep breath to scream even louder, I heard my stepmother, Casey, say, "Did you hear something?"
What?
I thought I heard your sister's annoying voice. Imagine if she ever found out about this.
Oh, so I think I'm able to predict a little bit of what might be happening in this one. Put in the chat, what do you think? Let's predict this story a little bit. I definitely don't think that this is normal. This is not a normal story. This is one of those animations where she got stuck in the trunk of her mom car and saw everything.
If Haley ever found out, we would take care of her, just like we took care of that dumb secretary of my dad.
So they're fucking murderers. All right.
I couldn't let them know I was in there. I started to panic. They were up to no good.
The animation is good on this one so far.
And just like that, I ended up stuck in the trunk of their getaway car.
She's going to various conclusions that there's not a lot of evidence for this. There's not a lot of evidence for this right now. I'm not sure what she thinks that they're murderers already.
Luckily, I was wearing a watch my dad gave me for my birthday. It had a GPS system on it, so I could see where we were going. I managed to tear a little piece of fabric and some foam from one of the back seats.
What the fuck? She's actually digging a hole in the seat.
To observe what was happening in the car.
Like that scene in Ace Ventura when he sticks his finger out of the rhino's butt.
I was starving. I had a piece of candy in my back pocket that I sucked on.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. When in doubt, pull a lollipop out of your butt. That makes sense.
That I sucked on for 10 minutes.
She immediately ate it Patrick Star style.
I think I'll eat it now.
I really had to go to the toilet. I desperately wanted to get out of this tight space. I saw on my GPS watch that we were approaching a gas station.
I don't like this lady.
Time to stretch legs and get some food, she said. With the two of them gone, I tore at the seat. I tried to remove as much.
Monster!
Casey and my brother got back in the car. I could smell their food. Casey didn't finish her fries, and she placed them on the back seat. I carefully reached out and grabbed the fries.
I don't feel bad for this girl at all.
I was so tired and completely covered in sweat. I fell asleep.
All right.
I only woke up when the car came to a standstill.
All right, so here comes the first questions, guys. Are the mom and brother up to a drug deal? Are they faking a kidnapping, having a classic boink feast? I didn't spell these. Or are they D, buying a toad? Hello, everyone. Hey guys, what's up? It's the begging section. This is the section where I asked you to please buy the merch. It's the top link in the description. It supports the channel, and it's also cool as f. Also, caption the image, okay? I'll give you a few seconds to go ahead and caption the image. There you go. Here's the best captions from the last one. I like this one, and this one. This one, not a fan of, but this one, I eat it. I eat that one because it's good. Press the like if you want to see another animation video, by the way, and leave some titles of crazy ones you want to see down below. And thanks for watching. Write in chat what you think your answers are. A, drug deal. B, faking a kidnapping, which is kidnapping. I think there's 2 P's in that. C, having a classic boink feast. Or D, buying a toad. Come on, what's up? A, we're getting a lot of A's. I'm gonna go with C, classic boink feast. I'm gonna lock that answer in. Let's pretend like this is an actual high-quality game show, okay?
My watch said that we were near the ocean at a harbor. What the hell were they doing here?
Where were they driving from?
One man with a deep voice said, "Do you have the payment?"
Okay, it might be a drug deal.
Through the hole, I could see Casey handing him a big envelope.
Holy shit.
Yes, it's all there. You can count.
Bunch of white supremacist looking
I could hear the guy
guys.
counting the money. $20,000.
All right, these people aren't. I think we're not having a boink feast. It's not a boink feast, guys. I'm starting to feel like this definitely is not a boink feast. Unfortunately. They look really happy and middle class, though, especially compared to these geezers.
Okay, here is my dad's phone number. He's probably still at work. So give him some time to get home and discover we're gone before you make the call.
Oh. Faking a kidnapping.
Jimmy and
it's
Casey
faking a
jumped back in
kidnapping.
the car. Casey said, just a few more days and we'll be stinking rich.
All right, so it's stinking rich. I love it when they both laugh. It's my favorite part of all these animations.
We've both been kidnapped. He'll deposit $2 million into your offshore account in less than a minute. Damn fool.
That was such convincing acting, too. When they discover that we've been kidnapped, they will deposit $2 million into your offshore account. Damn fool. Now she's swimming in her piss.
Was my brother planning his own kidnapping? And now he wants to blackmail my dad for $2 million?
This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, dude. I wish they were buying a toad. Honestly, I also would have preferred the boink feast. This is extremely lackluster.
I had to do something, but what could I do? Stuck
I think that's
in
my
this
favorite
trunk.
animation ever.
A few moments later, Jimmy and Casey stopped at a hotel. They took
So they're
their
staying at the
bags from
hotel,
the car's
faking their
backseat
kidnapping.
and went inside. I had to get out of this trunk.
All right, so now the next quiz. How does she get out of the trunk, guys? This poor girl has found herself in the midst of a fake kidnapping. We have 4 options. I'm just now realizing how stupid this all is. How does she escape? Question mark. A, gets heard by mom. B, the smell of her farts. C, digs her way out. Or D, chews her way out. She's been digging her way out. She's been ripping at it like a little rodent. I'm not sure that this will be effective to actually like rip through the hole, the final birthing process. I'm gonna say B, the smell of her farts. What do you guys say? D. Everyone says D. Almost everyone is saying D. I'm going with B though, guys. I'm a renegade. I didn't get here from answering by. If it ain't farts, I'm gonna be pissed.
I couldn't quite remember how to do it. I started
Facepalm.
fiddling around with the wires. A shock went through my body.
What?
I got electrocuted.
She's
I
chewing
think
wires.
I passed out for a few minutes.
What an idiot.
The taste of copper wires was really good, so I bit through them again.
So she opened the trunk by biting through copper wires because she likes the taste? What the fuck? Was that even on the answers? Choose her way out. Choose. I see. I thought she was gonna chew. Okay, you guys are right. D was right. I thought she chewed her way through the hole. She chewed a wire like an actual fucking rodent.
Cautiously, I climbed out of the trunk. The hotel looked very sketchy. I could see Jimmy and Casey checking into a hotel room. Jimmy was holding Casey around her waist.
I'm so excited to see what happens.
They kissed. Proper kissing.
This is just the plot of the movie with Chris Farley, where his mom and his step brother are actually together. What's that movie called? The one with the old man and the brakes. They sell the brake pads. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a Cornhub moment.
Like proper kissing. Not a friendly stepmom, stepson kind of kiss.
I don't think there is one of those.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. She seems so excited explaining all this stuff to everyone.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And they've probably been doing this behind my dad's back for months.
They're probably gonna 69 next.
Just as I was about to ask the desk assistant if I could borrow his phone, I could hear the sound of loud motor bicycles roaring.
Oh no.
The only place I could hide was in the trunk.
Why would you need to hide,
so
though?
I jumped back in.
Why would she need to hide at this point? Here come the white supremacists.
We want to know every move they make. You better let us know where they are at all times. The reception guy agreed and left.
So is that guy an accomplice?
They were holding hands and kissing. Gross.
Gross. You just ate a fucking copper wire. All right, and you liked the taste of it, and it shocked you. You almost died. And then you ate it again. What the hell is wrong with this woman? I love the background, too. It looks like she's in that bottle that she filled up earlier. You know what I'm saying, guys?
I looked like a homeless person, but I didn't care who saw me.
I looked like a homeless sprinter. What does she do next? A, sneak into the men's room. B, bikers capture her and add to ransom. C, get spotted by mom. Or D, nothing because these stories aren't real. What do you guys think? A, B, C, or D? Shit, I don't know. Everyone says D. Everyone's just saying D. All right, we're gonna go with D. Nothing because these stories aren't real. I'm locking it in!
Slipped into the restaurant and dashed past everyone eating. I made my way into the men's restroom.
Why can't you just walk?
He was bound to use the little boys' room in a few minutes.
She went to the little boy's room. She snuck into the little boy's room. It didn't work. She's trying not to be suspicious. Why would you go into the little boy's room? That makes no sense at all.
Finally, he came into the restroom.
Oh, there he is.
I unlocked my stall door, opened it up, and pulled him in. What the hell are you doing with Casey?
Yeah,
are
you eat a copper wire.
He said, I don't know how you got here, but if I were you, I would go home now. How could I go home when we were halfway across the country? I'm going to pretend that I didn't see you here. My eyes started tearing up. My brother just saved me.
What is fucking happening with the animations in this story? This is amazing. This is the best story I've seen.
I couldn't let them get away. I snuck out of the restaurant and back into the trunk.
Why? I snuck out of the restaurant and back into the trunk to eat more cable.
Just when I thought we would go back to the hotel, my brother and my stepmom decided to take a detour at a scenic point.
What?
Things got a bit steamy in the car. It was so uncomfortable.
By the way, that 3 seconds of scene right there is 100% the title of the video. That's what it's insinuating. But everything else is just noise and sound and just fat. That is just useless. The story sucks.
I jumped out of the trunk and ran towards the front desk.
Okay.
Can I please borrow your phone? Luckily, the guy agreed.
I don't understand why she's being so...
He was too tired to worry anyway.
So scared.
My dad answered the phone. I told my dad what Casey and Jimmy were planning.
Casey and Jimmy, like Mr. Beast?
I'm at the Sun Lake Hotel in Sun City.
You shouldn't come.
My dad said, that's halfway across the country.
12 hours? Not halfway across the country.
Are you wearing that watch I gave you? Push the green button at the top of it.
Oh.
Now you'll be able to share your location.
That's what I said. It was a shared location.
Make sure you follow your brother and Casey. I'm coming. I put the phone down on the front desk and ran to the car, where I jumped in the trunk again. The little light on my watch was flashing.
Why didn't you just do that in the first place? This makes no sense.
To a secluded area where they met the dangerous men. Casey had a laptop on her lap.
I like that guy in the back.
The men said, okay, you two, we're gonna make the call. But as soon as the old man transfers the money, 50% is ours.
Or else we're gonna ride our bicycles over your head and your toes.
The bad man told my dad that he captured his wife and his son, and for a ransom of $2 million, he will let them go. I could tell that my dad agreed immediately.
Okay.
A notification went off.
That isn't how fast those are. Is this guy using PayPal? He's transferring money with PayPal?
We're not letting you go until we get our share. At that moment,
it
police
just got
sirens
transferred.
approached. I jumped out of the car's trunk.
Stop.
But after a 3-hour high-speed chase, Casey and Jimmy were
back
gone.
where they started now.
A day later, they found my brother,
Gimme.
tied up in front of the police
Not
station.
dead.
He later told police that Casey ran off with the bad guy. She immediately transferred the $2 million, so the bank couldn't reverse it. Needless to say, $2 million didn't even make a dent in my dad's fortunes.
What the f***? Needless to say, I'm incredibly rich, and this entire story was pointless.
Everything went back to
Take the
normal,
kidnapping.
and we were a happy family again.
Somehow I f***ing doubt that. Somehow I doubt that they were a happy family again after all that. There's also one more question, guys. One more question. What was the hotel room number? A, 420, B, 69, C, 318, or D, 96? It's got to be one of the funny ones, because that's...
No thoughts. Head empty.
I'm going to say 420. 69, it really was? Yeah. Oh my God. Let's get an instant replay of that.
They got their keys from the front desk.
All right, so part 2 is I hid under my parents' bed and saw everything. Did you choose these? Did you choose both these? I didn't choose these, guys. I didn't choose them. I've never seen these. Clint, my coworker, he chose these. Here you go. He's got to be on video for a second. He can't look at too bright a light because he has a sensory problem. If you check out my second channel, it's linked on my channel. It's just my name.
I posted a vlog on there.
We did a test and he failed the test, or he aced it.
Yeah, I guess it kind of depends.
Did you
on the
ace
way.
it? I think he aced it. It was an autism test. So check that out. The next one starts. Ah!
My name is Ezra.
Hi, my name.
Is Ezra.
All right, don't remember asking though. Yeah, fuck. I like his shirt though. I do like that. 3 buttons. That's a bold move, Cotton.
I have 2 older brothers, or should I say, had 2 older brothers, since they are
Did they
Die? What happened?
since they are no longer living with us.
What?
I had no idea where they went, and
Oh,
my
okay, they just
parents
ran off.
refused to give me a straight answer. I remember the last time I saw my oldest brother, Matthew.
His head looks like a snow embankment. I don't like that. His hair His hair looks like a fucking snow embankment. This is awesome. Everyone press like, by the way. I forgot to ask and beg for that. I usually do that and don't have to remember it.
The next day, my brother disappeared.
The next day.
He'll be back soon, but
He'll
never
be back
did.
soon, son.
The same thing
Stop
happened nearly
questioning
3
me.
weeks later with my older brother Adam, except that there was no fight with him. He was just here one day and gone the next.
Okay, well, that's fucking suspicious.
Asking what had happened to them, but they just kept avoiding the entire conversation.
I would leave.
I started to notice something else.
What?
My parents were avoiding me.
What the fuck is wrong with the guy who animates all these? Why are they always having flapping around like this? Who does this? Like a fucking bird trying to fly away or doing jumping jacks for Joe Biden in his little back room.
I would walk into a room and they would stop talking or abruptly start a new conversation.
Tiny. It's a tiny little fella. I'd kill him. I'd fucking kill him.
I want to call the police.
You need to put
but
your
when
foot
the
down.
police arrived at our home, my parents managed to convince them that they had no other children but me.
What?
Showed them fake documents that stated that.
What?
The police believed them and left.
That did not look like a police. That looked like a janitor. I mean, that literally looked like a janitor. He had a janitorial mustache as well. Looks like it was drawn on.
Oh wait, it was. Because it's an animation.
Mommy's got big old tits too.
I sprawled out on my bed and stared at the ceiling.
My mic is not muted. It's not muted. Fuck you guys. They tricked me. Everyone's saying my mic is muted, but they're tricking me. Stop. Someone even gave me money to say it was muted. This is me when you guys say my mic's muted.
Bruh.
Why?
Bruh.
Stop.
Bruh.
Stop doing that.
The only way to figure out what was happening was to what my parents were saying while they were alone.
Eavesdrop, obviously.
Sneak into their bedroom and hide underneath their bed before they went in there to
How
go to
did he do
sleep.
that, by the way? Is he a fucking wizard? What the fuck? He keeps doing that. Screen is black. Screen's not black. I can see the stream. I can see it. God, you guys are evil. Fucking little rats.
It was almost time for my parents to come up to bed. So I crept into their bedroom and crawled underneath their bed. It was a tight fit.
How's this gonna work?
And eventually, I fell asleep.
All right.
But when they did finally come to bed and my father climbed into bed, I woke up. I could hear them talking, but it was the end of the conversation. That would definitely work, my mother said, sounding happy.
All right.
But I think we should try something a little less drastic. I heard the sound of a quick kiss. The bed creaked as my father got comfortable.
All right, that was not the bed movement of someone getting comfortable.
It's a little more than that, alright?
That's a little more than comfortable, if you know what I'm saying, guys. We all know what that is. Unless you don't, then you don't. It's okay.
After I knew that they were asleep,
Okay.
I quietly made my way out of the
Slid out
bedroom
from
and
underneath
back
it
to my
again.
room. I was going to figure this out and didn't care if I had to crawl under there every single night until I could find out what was going on.
This is bizarre. It seems like he likes it when his dad asks for things to get comfortable. We have our first question of this video, okay, guys? First quiz. Obviously, the parents are planning on how to get rid of their last son. Okay, that's obvious. We've gotten that. A. Tune in next week to find out. Are they gonna ship him off to military school? Are they gonna leave him at the Grand Canyon? Or they're gonna send him to a North Korean labor camp? I don't know who wrote these, but they're not very good. What do you guys think? A, B, C, or D? It's obviously not A. Ship off to military school. That's plausible. Left at the Grand Canyon. Honestly, that's also plausible. What happened to Joe Dirt? That's what happened to Joe Dirt, I've been told. I'm gonna go with D, sent to North Korean labor camp. And I'm locking in my answer. Everyone's saying B and D, and I see a lot of B's, a lot of D's. There's an E in there. I like the way you think.
Outside the box.
This went on for close to a week. We could always just ship him off to a military school.
Oh.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is, when he gets done with school, they're just going to ship him back.
Okay, so it's not B.
And I know that you don't want to do anything as drastic as what happened before.
So these parents are just murderers. They're just fucking murderers. They're obviously not gonna send him off to military school because they're murderers. They gotta leave him at the Grand Canyon. If they don't do that, or send him to North Korea, but I think that's a little too far-fetched.
More than I like the others. I felt my father shift his weight above me.
Yeah, just shifting.
I heard the kissing sound again. Try not to think about it.
Then I was left again in absolute darkness, with the sound of bazoinkas going on above me. Ah! Let me out of here! What's this symbol? It probably means something.
After nearly 2 weeks of hiding in their bedroom, I still had no answer. I got home from school. I was surprised to see a birthday cake waiting for me. My parents then said, "Happy 18th birthday." My birthday was in 8 months, and they knew it.
Okay.
And they said that they forgot to tell me that I had always celebrated my birthday on the wrong date.
What?
And then I saw a military bus arriving.
Oh.
I was going to join the military school.
Well, you can't do that when you're 18. You can't force your kid to do something when they're 18.
Then 2 huge men got out of the bus,
Two
and they came
huge
to grab
dudes
me
with
inside.
mustaches.
So I ran. chest.
And broad shoulders. Okay, now he's finally running.
A car drove by me and pulled over next to me.
Police.
It was a police officer.
Excuse me, police.
He asked what I was doing here.
My parents are crazy.
Could have told him that my parents were evil.
He's got a butt bulge. Did you see that? Look at this guy's. He soiled his diaper. His diaper's full. His diaper's full.
But I knew the police would believe my parents like they did last time.
I doubt it. You're 18
I don't
now.
know what's got me, but I decided to run from the police, too. But of course, the police caught me. I was taken into investigation.
Looks like he did more than
They
he
said
caught
that I
you
was
with his
acting
diaper bulge.
suspiciously because I refused to cooperate.
Okay.
I told them about everything that had happened with me.
They would believe you.
That's when the police decided to open up a secret investigation.
Oh.
The police started looking into my parents' records.
Is it A, the boys are all adopted? Or the coronavirus hype is created by the media? Pretend like that one didn't see Greedo shot first, or either above. I think I'm gonna say, guys, it's probably B. All right, the coronavirus hype was created by the media. I don't know why I would probably say that one. Looks like everyone's saying A. All right, let's do A. The boys are all adopted. Whoops.
The record stated that they had adopted 3 boys 17 years
Oh, look,
ago.
we were right.
The boys' names were Jacob, Jasper, and Eddie.
They just had buyer's
These
remorse.
boys were me and my 2 brothers. But these were not our names. Why haven't they told us that we were adopted?
Because you're all fucking ugly. It's stupid. That's why.
That's when they offered that I go back to my parents' house and wear a wire under my clothes.
Wear a wire under my mustache.
That's when they offered to put a fake mustache on me.
Everyone of importance in this show has a fucking mustache too, by the way.
You guys haven't noticed?
The next day, I wore the wire, and I
Sexy
went
shirt.
knocking on my parents' door while an undercover police car waited outside.
This won't end well.
My parents opened the door. They were surprised to see me.
Okay.
I told them I knew about the whole adoption thing, that they lied about our ages and our names, and I demanded that they come clean.
I demanded.
Both of them seemed surprised that I had found all of this out.
Okay, so what? What happened then?
They started arguing with each other, how they had it under
Battle of
control
the
until they went
Titans.
too easy on me.
Mama's big marshmallows were flapping around.
You were so stupid not to figure it all out all of these years. Your 2 brothers knew years ago.
Who the fuck is that guy? I thought they gave him more features as soon as he started getting angry. His nose got bigger.
Your 2 brothers
His eyes
knew
got sunken.
years ago. Then he told me with anger that
Your 2
yes,
brothers are
we
far
were
superior
adopted.
to you.
They had only adopted us to get social and income benefits.
Look at these little babies in your money. Well, if that's an option, I'm going to do that. Just get some kids, get a bunch of benefits, and then just get rid of them eventually? A hell of a deal. I already hired someone with special needs.
Actually, they had made off of it $250,000. Their plan was to let us go as soon as we turned 18 without exposing their illegal adoption.
Okay. What happened to the brothers? A. Sold to human traffickers. B. Eaten by cannibal parents. C. Hit play to find out. Or D. Sacrificed to the Abagochi. What do you guys think? Huh? Let's all come together and meld our brains. Everyone's saying D. I'm gonna say D. Sacrifice to the Abaguchi. By the way, this is Abaguchi merch. This says Abaguchi phonetically in Japanese. So if you want to wear that, that'd be cool. But also, I understand if you don't.
That's why they tricked one of my brothers into working abroad.
Okay.
After they sent him an email claiming to be a known company. And as for my other brother, they lied to him and said his real parents were millionaires who live in South Africa. And now he's out there looking for them.
Well, that's pretty innocuous. This story was
Tears were running down my
no,
cheeks.
okay, he's crying.
Where do you think you're going with all these secrets? And before I knew it, he grabbed me aggressively. But that's when the police broke
police
in,
came in.
and they stopped them. After that,
Dr.
both of
Mustache.
them got locked up, and the police closed down the investigation. However, I'm still searching for my brothers, and I hope I'll find them one day.
We'll never be able to get that time back, guys. I'm sorry for being the proprietor of this ridiculous. That was the most fun I've ever had live on stream, all right? Please stop calling me. Thank you. Planker Gamer said, scream at the top of your lungs.